Good afternoon, students. In this video, I am going to discuss the CE configuration characteristics, and this question is important in the theory examination and the practical examinations. CE configuration characteristics. Characteristics nothing but it is a voltage and current relationship only. In the first experiment, we have studied the VI characteristics of PN junction diode. It is a relation between voltage and current only in forward and reverse bias mode. In case of second experiment, that is full wave rectifier with and without filter, by connecting one particular load resistance, we have studied its VDC and IDC. Second thing, so in this video I am going to talk about the characteristics of CE configuration. Characteristics nothing but it is a voltage and current relationship only. When we are talking about the voltage and current relationship, it is nothing but we are verifying the Ohm's law only. Ohm's law is nothing but when the voltage is directly proportional to current, that is called Ohm's law. V is directly proportional to I, that is called Ohm's law. So here CE configuration characteristics we must study. CE stands for common emitter configuration. Common emitter configuration. In short, we can call it is CE. So we have the BJT, that is bipolar junction transistor. This bipolar junction transistor is having the three terminals. It is having the three terminals: emitter, base and collector. Emitter, base and collector. So this is having the three terminals, emitter, base and collector, so that it can be connected in three different ways in any electronic circuit. If for example this is an electronic circuit, assume that if it is an electronic circuit, I can connect the same BJT in three ways. Like I can write the chalk piece like, I can write the chalk piece like also. So BJTs also can be connected in three different ways, such are called as common base, in which base is common. Common emitter, in which emitter is common. Next one is common collector. So in this video, I am going to talk whenever the BJT is connected in common emitter connection. When the BJT is connected in common emitter, emitter is common for the remaining two terminals. What are the remaining two terminals? Base and collector. If the emitter is made as common, remaining two terminals are base and collector. This emitter will be the common to the base and the same emitter will be the common to the collector. That connection is named as common emitter configuration. By connecting a BJT in a common emitter configuration, we must study what is voltage and what is current. That is our experiment. Experiment name is what? CE configuration characteristics. Common emitter configuration characteristics. In common emitter configuration, emitter made as common for base and collector and it is connected to the ground. In the lab, I am going to show the BJT. This is a BJT. This is a BJT. How many terminals are it is having? Three terminals. What are the three terminals? Emitter, base, collector. The three terminals it is having. Emitter, base, collector. The middle one is called base. Middle one is called base. First one is emitter and the last one is collector. So we must be able to identify what is emitter, what is base and what is collector. Then I am drawing the transistor, whatever we will be available in the labs. You can see the transistor like this. So this is having some additional part. This cap is having some additional part. The terminal which is very near to the additional part, that is called emitter. The terminal which is very near to that additional part is called emitter, and the immediate next one is a base, immediate next one is a collector. Is this clear? How to identify the terminals of a BJT in the laboratory? We have to hold like this. The terminal which is very close to, very near to the terminal which is very near to the notch, that is called emitter. Next terminal is base, next terminal is a collector. Now, I have identified the three terminals. Then I have to connect this transistor in which connection? CE configuration, in which base has to be common for, emitter has to be common for, emitter has to be common for base and collector. So that the symbol of the transistor, symbol of the BJT, that is NPN transistor, symbol of the BJT and that is NPN transistor will be like this. The arrowhead which is having the terminal, that is called emitter, the opposite one is a collector and the middle one is base. In these three terminals, which has to be made as common? Emitter has to be made as common, it has to be grounded. You should remember this point. Emitter has to be made as common, it has to be grounded. So that I am drawing the same circuit. This terminal is what? This one? This one is? Emitter has to be common for the base and collector so that it will be grounded. So that common emitter is also called as grounded emitter configuration. Common emitter configuration is also called as grounded emitter, in which emitter is what? Grounded. So by grounding this emitter, it is divided into two circuits. This left one is called, we can call it is input. Right one we can call it is output. Left one we can call it is input, right one we can call it is output. Which type of transistor it is? NPN. So that emitter is N, base is P material and collector is also N material. NPN transistor it is. So it is divided into two circuits. What are the circuits? Input and output. And input must be connected in forward bias, output must be connected in reverse bias. Forward bias means what? Positive has to be connected to the positive, negative has to be connected to the negative, that is called forward bias. Reverse bias means what? Positive has to be connected to the negative, negative should be connected to the positive, that is called reverse bias. So that here input must be connected to the forward bias. Input means it is base and emitter only. Output must be connected in reverse bias, it is collector and emitter only. See this one. Forward bias means this base is positive, so that P means it has to be connected to the positive. And emitter is what? N-type semiconductor, so that it has to connect it to the negative. See this one, forward bias means positive to positive. Forward bias means positive to positive and negative to negative. Reverse bias means what? Negative has to be connected to positive, and here already we have connected to the positive, so that we can connect this is to the negative. Which biasing it is? Forward bias. Which biasing it is? Reverse bias. We have to give the name for this one. Name, this is already emitter is grounded. Here also emitter is grounded, so that we can call this voltage name is it is connected to the base, so that we can call it is VBB. We can call this is VCC. To limit the current in the input circuit, I am using one resistance, and thus resistance I can call it is 100 ohms or 10 kilo ohms. And to limit the current in the output circuit, I am using the one more resistance, that is called 1 kilo ohm resistance. So what is the thing we have to observe actually? VI characteristics of common emitter configuration, voltage and current we require, but no voltage and no currents are mentioned here. So that what we have to do? We have to connect one voltmeter here, and we have to connect one ammeter here. We have to connect one voltmeter here. We have to connect one ammeter. This ammeter is connected to which terminal? base, so that you can call it is IB. This ammeter is connected to which terminal? Collector, so that IC. Is this clear? Yes. Then what are the polarities here? Plus and minus, so that I can get here plus and minus. What are the polarities here? Plus and minus. Now this is a voltmeter between two terminals. What are the terminals? This voltmeter is between the two terminals. Which terminal? This voltmeter is between the two terminals, base and emitter, so that I can call it is VEB or VBE. And this voltmeter is connected between the two terminals. What are the terminals? Collector and emitter, so that it is VCE. Is this clear? Yes. This is connected in parallel. This is connected, this input circuit is connected in forward bias. This output circuit is connected in reverse bias, so that you can get the two characteristics. Input characteristics and output. Input characteristics means it is a relation between VBE and IB. Output characteristics means it is a relation between VCE and IC. So that we have to determine the two characteristics in case of CE configuration. First one is called input characteristics. First one, input characteristics. It is a relation between what? It is a relation between, input side, voltage and current. What are the input and what are the input voltage and input current? Input side, input characteristics means input side. What is the voltage and what is the current? VBE. It is a relation between VBE and IB. By keeping output voltage is constant, that is VCE is constant. Next one we have to go with the another characteristic, that is what? Output characteristics. Output characteristics means what? Relation between VCE and IC by keeping current constant, input side current constant. That is what is the input side current? IB is constant. So likewise, this is the theory required to do the experiment. So if you find the relation between the input voltage and input current, you can get the input characteristics. Input is connected in which bias? Forward bias. So that we know the forward bias PN junction diode VI characteristic like this one. This is at 1 VCE. And if I increase the VCE value, again this curve shift left side, right side. And coming to the output characteristics. Output characteristic nothing but it is reverse bias characteristics. We know the reverse bias characteristics. So these things we have to prove by doing an experiment. Okay? Then go with the circuit diagram. This whatever we have been seeing the circuit diagram, we have to connect on the breadboard. First component is what? First component is what? First component is, it is a DC regulated power supply. This is 0 to 30 volts of DC. It is a variable. Where we can get this one? This is the box. And coming to the resistance, I have the 10 kilo ohms. After that we have to make use 1 voltmeter, that range is 0 to 20 volts. Ammeter, it is base only, base current will be very small, that is 0 to 200 microamps. And this is 0 to 20 volts. And this is 0 to 20 milliamps. And this is again channel 2. Here this is having the two channels. One is connected to the output, one is connected to the input side. So that in first characteristics, what is the first characteristics? Input characteristics, in which by keeping the output voltage is constant. That means what? We have to keep this is constant such that we have to change this one. We should note down these two readings. And output characteristics, output characteristics means by keeping this is constant, we have to vary this one. We should note down the readings of VC and IC. So this is about input characteristics. Then define the input characteristics. It is a relation between input voltage and input current by keeping output voltage is constant. Output characteristics means It is a relation between output voltage and output current by keeping input current is constant. Likewise, you can go with the definition of the input and output characteristics. For the 2 marks question, you can be asked, that is, define the input and output characteristics of a BJT. Input characteristics means it is always a relation between the input voltage and input current by keeping output voltage is constant. Output characteristics means it is always relation between the output voltage and output current by keeping the input current is constant. So that thing we have to discuss in the, but that thing we have to prove by doing an experiment. Right? And this is very, very important in the theory examination point of view. Without this question, you cannot find the question paper. Explain the input and output characteristics of CE configuration for the 10 marks. What is the question? Explain the input and output characteristics of CE configuration. Then I'll have to copy this diagram. We will see that on the breadboard. And zoom it. Yes. CE configuration. CE stands for?
Common emitter.
You should answer the questions. Common emitter configuration. I am going with the NPN transistor, that is BC107 transistor number. So that I am going with common emitter configuration, and this terminal is emitter, this terminal is collector, this is base.
Yes.
Right, it has to be grounded. It has to be grounded. So that here this is divided into 2 circuits, input, output. Input must be connected in forward bias, output must be connected in reverse bias. This is which type of transistor? NPN transistor, NPN. So forward bias means P must be connected to positive, N must be connected to negative. Here reverse bias means N must be connected to N must be connected to positive and remaining negative. This is reverse bias. So to limit the current in the input, we will be using one resistance, and to limit the current in the output, we will be using one more resistance. This is about 10 kilo ohm, this is about 1 kilo ohm. Clear? And to know the current through the input circuit, we will be connecting one ammeter that is connected to the base. We can call it as IB. And to know the current in the output circuit, we will be connecting one more ammeter that is used to IC. And here we will be connecting one voltmeter, that is V, and the name of that voltmeter is VBE. Here also I am connecting one more voltmeter, that is VCE. Whatever the polarities are there, that will comes here. Whatever the polarities are, that will comes here.
Yes.
This is positive, negative. This is positive, negative.
Yes.
So here, this is the direction of emitter current. So that current is flowing through the emitter. So that follows by this one, plus minus and plus minus. The base current is flowing like this. Emitter collector is also flowing to the emitter only. So that the plus minus plus minus. The range of this one is 0 to 200 microamps. This is 0 to 20 milliamps. This is about 0 to 20 volts, and this is also 0 to 20 volts. Right? Then I will make the connection. See, everyone has to see this one. First I am going with the transistor, in which has to be grounded? Emitter has to be grounded. See this one, emitter. I am opening this one. See, I am holding like this. I am holding this one. The terminal which is very near to this notch is called emitter. Next one is base. Next one is collector. Emitter has to be common for base and collector. This is common for base and collector. So that I am connecting the same. This red wire is base now. Green wire is collector, and the black wire is emitter. Emitter is common and it should be connected to ground. And this is base. This is collector. Red wire is what? Base. Green wire is collector, and the middle black wire is what? Emitter. Emitter is grounded.
Yes.
Then coming to the left side, what is the first part?
Power supply.
Power supply DC. How much it is? 0 to 30 volts of DC. Variable. So that positive we should take. Positive means red wine.
Yes.
Positive means red knob, and it has to be connected to 10 kilo ohm resistance. Here the 10 kilo ohm resistance is there. See this one? The positive of the DC power supply is connected to the resistor. Resistor other end is connected to ammeter positive. Resistor other end is connected to ammeter positive. What is the ammeter range? What is the ammeter range? 0 to 200. This is 0 to 200 micro. So that which has to be connected, other end has to be connected to the positive. Positive means red one. Other end is this part. See? Other end is connected. Then ammeter negative is connected to base. Ammeter negative is this one, right? Yes. It has to be connected to the base. Base is the red wire. Just we discussed.
Yes.
Then coming to the one more network, one more component we need to connect, that is voltmeter. Voltmeter positive is connected to the resistor other end. Voltmeter positive is connected to the resistor other end, where the ammeter positive is also connected. See?
Yes.
Voltmeter positive is connected to the resistor other end, where the ammeter positive is also connected.
Yes.
Three are connected at that point only. Yes. Resistor other end and the voltmeter positive and the ammeter positive. Voltmeter positive, ammeter positive. Then the voltmeter negative is what? Voltmeter negative is connected to ground. So that where is the voltmeter negative? This is the voltmeter negative.
Yes. Grounded.
This is ground. Then what about the power supply negative?
Grounded.
Power supply negative. See this one? Power supply negative is also grounded. So that where is the power supply negative? This is the black wire is negative only. So that it will be the ground now. Input side is completed now.
Yes.
Then coming to the output side. Coming to the output side, positive of the second channel is connected to the resistor. Positive is what? This is the positive.
That is yes. Yes.
You are getting or not? Yes. Here positive is connected to the one end of resistor. Other end of resistor is connected to the ammeter positive. Ammeter is 0 to 200. So that ammeter positive is red wire. So that other end of resistor is connected to the ammeter positive. Then ammeter negative is connected to. Ammeter negative is connected to the ammeter negative is connected to the collector. What C?
Collector.
Then coming to the voltmeter then. Voltmeter positive, see that voltmeter positive is connected to the in between the positive of ammeter and the other end of resistor. Voltmeter positive this one, positive of ammeter and other end of resistor this is. Then ammeter voltmeter positive is what? Ammeter negative. Sorry, voltmeter negative is what? Ground. So that it will be ground now. Then what is the other? What is the negative terminal of battery? Negative means what? This is black wire. Total how many grounds are there? Only one ground is there. For that all the 5 are connected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See 5 connections are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this the circuit connection is complete. Yes. What we have to do now? We have to keep this voltage. This is output voltage, this is output current. Okay. This is output voltage, this is output current, and this is input voltage and input current. What is the input characteristics? It is a relation between input voltage and input current by keeping output voltage is constant. Second one, output characteristic means it is a relation between output voltage and output current by keeping input current is constant.
Okay.
You got the point?
Yes.
Then turn on.
Yes.
Then we have to keep this is constant. I am keeping 0 only.
Okay.
That means what? I am going with the table. I am going with the table. What is the output voltage? VCE. VCE is 0 volts I am keeping. Yes. So that I am taking the readings of VBE and IB.
Yes.
It is a relation between input voltage and input current. This is input voltage and input current by keeping output voltage is constant. Yes. Output voltage is VCE and it is a relation between input voltage and input current. So that same process earlier in the morning session we did. By varying this one, we keep here 0.1, we verified the current. 0.2 current. You are getting or not? So I am going with the 0.1. This is directly went to 0.6. C. 0.1, what is the current? 0.19. Current is 1. That is what? 1 micro.
Yes.
Then go with the 0.2 or 0.3. What is the current? 2 point. Then go with the next one.
5.
That is 0.5.
10.1.
Likewise, you should note down all the readings.
Okay.
Then completed. Then next case is what? We should keep VCE some other value. Earlier VCE what we kept?
Constant.
0 we kept. Now we should keep, that is 2 volts. Then by making all this to 0, we should make this to 2 volts, means we should change this one. Now how it is? How much it is? 2 volts. Then I should come back to this one. I should change this one. I should note down this one and this one. Same. This, for this you will get one graph like this. For this you will get one more graph. Right? That what we are verifying. By keeping output voltage is constant, we will be verifying input voltage and input current. We are finding the relation between input voltage and input current by keeping output voltage is constant. This is called output characteristics. Input characteristics. And output characteristics means we should get the relation between output voltage and output current by keeping input current is constant. Keep this is 0 and change this one, take the readings of these two. And after that, taking all the readings and change this to 10 microamps and again come to this one and vary and take these readings. And this is called output characteristics. Then I will take the first one, input characteristics. Okay? Input characteristics means I will have to define. Input characteristic is a relation between input voltage and input current. What is the input voltage? Input voltage is VBE, input current is IB. IB is in microamps, VB is in volts. By keeping which one is constant? Output voltage is constant, that is 2 volts. I am going with the VCE is 2 volts. Now see this one, VCE what is? 2 volts. Then I am changing, I am getting the readings now. See.
66.
At 0, this is 0 and this is also 0. Then I am going variation, small variation. See, at 0.2, it is 0.2 only. Then I am going with the variation. See, 0.54, 4.9. 0.6, 23.5. 0.68, 44.5. 0.73, 85.9. 0.77, 125.3. 0.85, 196. The maximum range is what?
200.
200 only, it is reached almost.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Then readings are closed.
Okay.
This is what it is. Which characteristics these are? Input characteristics. Input characteristics means it is a relation between input voltage and input current by keeping output voltage is constant. Then this is completed. Then I should make all this to 0 now.
Okay.
Then what I have to do then? Output characteristics mean relation between output voltage, output current by keeping input current is constant. Input current name is IB. I can keep 10 microamps.
Okay.
By keeping input current is constant, we should take the readings of output voltage. Output voltage is VCE. Yes. Output current is IC. IC is in milliamps.
Yes.
Then by varying the second channel, I can vary this one and this one. See this one, I am varying the second one.
Sir, what you kept it constant for 10 microfarad?
Yes.
Current 10 microfarad.
See 12.3. So that I should change this one, I should note down this reading. See, both are coming.
Yes.
See,
36.
3.6 over.
see, first I am going with the 1 volt or 0.6 volts. What is the current? 0. Then I am changing
2 0.
0.2 volts, that is 0.7. 0.57, 1.2. 2.2, 1.8. Then see where it won't be constant. Earlier we keep that is due to the effect of output, it is going to vary. And then 3.49, it is 2.5. Likewise, you should take. This is what? Output characteristic. So that in any config, how many configurations we have from the BJT? Three. What are those? Common base, common emitter, common collector. In common base is common for emitter and collector. In common emitter is common for base and collector. In common collector is common for base and emitter. In which we will be studying common emitter. Emitter is common and it is grounded. So that it is divided into two circuits, input and output. In input side we should connect the 1 voltmeter, 1 ammeter. In output side we should connect 1 voltmeter, 1 ammeter. So input characteristic means relation between input quantities, voltage and current. Output characteristic means it is a relation between output quantities. By keeping the output voltage is constant, we are getting the input quantities, that is called input characteristic. By keeping the input current is constant, we are getting the relation between the output quantity, that is output character. This is called input and output characteristics. If you are good at this one, if you write that diagram also, you will get the maximum marks in the theory exam. Right?